Hello, welcome back everybody. I am your host. I am joined here with my co-host Steven.
What's up?
We are Two Mics and Some Theories. We are a podcast that focuses on stories, specifically the main ideas behind those stories. We try to raise some questions that maybe you haven't thought of to lead you to some answers that you would have never gotten without us. So, today, yes, we are wearing the same thing from the past 3 episodes. How did we do that? Perfect matching. Perfect timing. And a lot of good luck.
Superb coordination of our outfits.
A what? A subpar?
Superb coordinations of our outfits.
Yo, I don't like you calling my outfit subpar. But anyway, today, this will be the final 3-piece series of our Matrix episodes. And today we're going to end it with something that's, what's the word? Revolutionary, you could say. With Matrix Revolutions.
Revolutions. I like how we've been calling it Revelations the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't Revelation sound like a better name?
Revelations? Revolution. For some reason, revolution sounds passive and revelation sounds active to me. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the A and the O for some reason.
Possibly. I don't know. I feel like since the whole series is about being or getting people to be woke and realize that they're in a simulation and they're not in real life, I feel like Revelations would be a better fit because you're starting to like realize and that you're in the act of like
Woking up?
something like that.
Becoming a woker? Wait, did you say yeah?
Something like that. I was trying to find the correct form to use Revelations. You're becoming revelated?
Aware.
Aware.
Aware of whatever it is you're realizing?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also revolution because what is the definition of a revolution? Some kind of big shift in society?
Revolution. Is that like evolution? So like re-evolution? So you're
I see what you try to do there. I don't know if I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you're trying to.
It's like, you know how when they put the prefix re in front of a word?
Mm-hmm.
So like to do again. So.
But I don't know if a revolution is doing it again. Because what's the most current revolution that we've had? The Industrial Revolution, right? And that's never happened before. An industrial revolution. Not that one specifically. I don't know if we can analyze that word, so what's the word specifically?
Well, the actual dictionary definition is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system.
Okay, I guess it could be an evolution.
Or an instance of revolving. So one revolution a second.
Well, and you mentioned the word woke, right? What does it mean to be woke? Now, like if you describe someone else and say, that's my friend Charlie, he's woke. What does that mean?
He's aware to... I don't know. I feel like you're like aware to some type of injustice and you're actively trying to not partake. You're doing your like humanely your good deed of the day by not reinforcing whatever those stereotypes or injustices are.
The last time I heard someone use the word woke to someone else was when they were talking about Jim Carrey. You remember a couple years ago, maybe one or two, when they were saying Jim Carrey is going through his woke state? Or he's woke now? And he did a couple interviews and talked about life and some of the characters he's played and how he views things differently now.
Ah.
Did you look at the definition for woke?
No.
Oh.
I do remember he was giving interviews like that where he was like, kind of acting a little odd. Or at least that's what people were saying. He was acting odd. And then the reason that people were saying he was acting odd was, because he was going through his woke stage.
And then, did Neo go through that? Or Neo went through that in the first movie, right? Where he became, as the word is, woke?
Yeah?
Tell me more about the third movie.
Well, we leave off in the second where he ends up being in a coma-like state because he was able to reach out into the real world with his mind to stop the Sentinels from encroaching onto Zion.
Okay.
And then, he entered into this coma-like state, and when they tried to locate him in the Matrix, they actually couldn't find him. And because of some computer jargon that I don't quite understand, I guess the way that they explained it was he's in a limbo-like place in the Matrix, where I guess you're in computer sense, you're in a, I forgot what they called it, like garbage collection part of a program where it only takes a certain amount of memory to run whatever task, and once that task is completed, then it gets deleted.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the limbo for the Matrix, which in the Matrix they portray it as the subway.
Is that a good analogy for it?
Because, I mean, to be in limbo, it's like you're
waiting.
You're not really going anywhere. You're not going to, or at least the way I've heard it was like you're being in limbo is like you're, oh no, am I mistaking it for Purgatory?
Not sure.
I think
Purgatory as in hell?
Purgatory is like the place in between before, like you're not in heaven, you're not in hell, you're stuck in, I think that's a form of limbo.
I'm not sure. I've always thought Purgatory was hell, just a different word for it.
No. Purgatory is just, from what I know, it's neither. You're just stuck. But with this, okay, well, even going back to Limbo, would the subway be a good analogy? I don't know. I mean, you are waiting.
Yeah.
But that depends if the subway actually ever shows up.
Well, from what you said, from what you explained, the trash can in a computer where you're waiting to be deleted. So I'm assuming, well, that's true. It depends if it does show up or not. Are you aware with the show Supernatural?
No.
Okay. Hold on, let me get a good stretch. All right. So Supernatural follows two brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester. Now Dean, he's the bad guy. Not the bad guy, sorry. The bad boy who's fighting demons, monsters, witches, goblins, all of the supernatural creatures. Now his brother, college student, doesn't want to do it, doesn't want to go into the family business, eventually ends up going. We're going to fast forward a whole bunch of seasons where they introduce Purgatory. Now there's hell in that they have demons and angels, and Purgatory, as explained by them, was a place after death, a place where the most vile, ruthless demons go. Think of it like Hunger Games, but for hell. That's like next level. So they go down there, and I believe Dean got stuck there with Angel Castiel, and with their fucking fists, they're slaughtering off all the demons, holding them back left and right, and they're coming after him. They know who he is. We're 8 seasons in. Maybe less or more. Everyone wants his head. He's fighting them off. Then, what happens? They make it out. Castiel got left. I don't even know why I'm giving a supernatural breakdown, but point being, they explained the Purgatory as like a place for the worst creatures. So it wasn't a waiting area per se. It was more like another form of torture and another location.
Well, let's find out what it actually means.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be lots of different definitions, and depending on the religion and who's explaining it, there'll probably be multiple definitions. Just like there's multiple definitions for heaven and hell.
Very true. So basically in Roman Catholic doctrine, it's a place or state of suffering inhabited by the souls of sinners who are expiating their sins before going to heaven. And then an archaic definition is having the quality of cleansing or purifying. So I think it's like it's the place you go to make whatever wrongs right before you get judged or something.
So hell is the continental and Purgatory is excommunicado, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I just made it up.
Could be. I don't see why not.
Okay. So then, what if John Wick is actually Neo in a coma state, and they never got him out of the Matrix, and he's just living a different reality playing this character called Keanu Reeves, but really his name is Neo, and he's stuck. And the AI wanted to put him through hell, so they created this character of John Wick. And what did they do first? They broke him. They took the one thing that he loved, his wife, that we have yet to meet in John Wick 1. All we know is that we did see a picture. And if you remember in the movie John Wick where he had deja vu, maybe that was a glitch in the Matrix. And maybe his friend Winston is actually Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, jealous, angry, furious at Neo, decides, how can I most hurt this man? The answer? Befriend him. And then stomp him, crush his soul, remove him from the Continental, and go after him. However, Mr. Smith messed up. As John Wick was falling down in the last movie, plummeting to his death, he remembered who he was, and he got some of his powers back, and he survived that fall. Because that was a huge ass fall he took in John Wick 3. Holy crap. And who else do we see in John Wick? Morpheus. He's back. He went back into the Matrix. He found Neo. But he found him as John Wick. Afraid to tell him his true identity, he was known as a Aubrey King? Lobry King? Dobry King. The Pigeon King.
Was it the Pigeon King?
No, it wasn't the Pigeon King. It was some other name. Something King. Point being, he found him. But he knew that Neo didn't remember any of his past. He didn't know he was Neo. So he made up this fake personality, this fake character, and now he's helping him, trying to help him defeat Mr. Smith. The only way he can escape the John Wick world and go back into Zion is to remember who he was and to defeat Mr. Smith, aka Winston. What do you think?
That was deep.
And who is Trinity? John Wick's wife that died.
So he doesn't save her.
Not in this Matrix world.
So by that means then every movie Keanu Reeves has done is a just different version of the Matrix that he's stuck in.
The different multiverse that was created by the AI.
So like Speed. Have you seen Speed where he's in that bus that's packed with explosives and he can't slow the bus down to under 55 miles an hour or else they'll blow up the bus. And he has to figure out a way to get people off of the bus while still keeping it in motion with the pregnant lady and all that. Maybe the pregnant lady in that movie is Trinity. He's trying to save her.
Sandra Bullock was pregnant?
Yeah. Was it Sandra Bullock? No, there was another pregnant lady in the that he has to like he negotiates for her to get off of the bus.
Ah, okay. I remember Sandra Bullock was the main female character in that movie with Keanu.
Actually, didn't remember Sandra Bullock until you said, and I'm like, oh, that's right, she is in it. Damn.
Wait, what about Speed? No, wouldn't Trinity be Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that's what I thought it would have been the pregnant lady, but until you mentioned Sandra Bullock, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Trinity minus all the shiny leather.
What else you got? John Wick 3.
John Wick 3. Surprisingly, I haven't seen it.
Come on, Steven. We do a podcast. I saw it.
It's 100-1 right now.
Wait, what? What do you mean 100-1?
Yeah. Of things that I haven't seen or you haven't seen?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it.
It's 100-1.
John Wick 3. Wait, I thought you saw most of it.
Wait, are we talking about John Wick 3 or Revolutions?
Oh, man. Did I say John Wick 3?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Whoops. I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, did you say Revelation?
Revolutions.
Whoops, meant Revolution. Oh, man. This Matrix got me glitching.
Dude, technically, we're still talking about the same person.
We are. And it is technically the multiverse, so.
True. Because the multiverse is a thing, a trending thing in all movies now.
Just seen it in Marvel. And The Flash TV series.
The Flash.
Which was introduced to the Arrow when it crossed over. And I think Supergirl too.
And League of Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
They all do crossovers. But I feel like that's going to be the main thing for the next couple... Maybe for the next decade or so.
Yeah. All right. Revolutions. What else you got?
Revolutions. I guess the biggest topic was there's a debate on whether or not Neo dies at the end of the movie.
Okay.
So, because I haven't finished seeing the whole thing.
Okay.
But from what I did look up prior to this, and I do remember seeing videos or memes of like images of Neo, like where there's this little Superman flying thing, and he kind of like bursts into this like gold beam of light.
Okay.
And I realized, and when I read that, I was like, oh, okay, so that's the ending. So basically, Neo's plugged into the Matrix in real life. They can't find his body, and then some events happen where Neo bursts into this beam of light, and then the debate comes up whether or not he's dead. So being that he's in the simulation and they can't get him out, would that constitute as death, or like what is death in this?
Okay, before we go any further, let's make this clear. I've seen John Wick. Steven has not. Steven has seen Revolution. Most of it. I have not. Now, is he dead? When you first said beam of light and you said he evaporated or disappeared, to me it sounds like it doesn't necessarily have to be death. It could be he's transcended into something else. So maybe now he's actually merged with the Matrix. Or he could have died. Because if we're going by the...
Would that work?
But it's a matrix though, because when you're saying reincarnation, I think of him being born again. Maybe.
Since the Matrix is a... Okay, so then yeah, scratch that. But since the Matrix is a computer system, could Neo actually be... Or maybe like start to act as if he is a virus and take over the Matrix, where the Matrix is now him?
And if he did that, then he would be able to free all the other humans who would then... But would he want to free them? Let's say that did happen. He merged with the Matrix. What does he do now? I think the first thing I want to say is he frees the humans. But if he frees all the humans, what are they going to eat? What are they going to drink? Is there enough food, water, space? What do we do with the sick? What do we do with the old? What do we do with the young? Are families allocated in the same space? Or are they hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands miles away? How's the planet? Is it even inhabitable? Or does he just kill all the humans and the ones that are still alive repopulate?
So then that would be just like starting over the Matrix, or starting over the whole thing again.
Well,
because if he killed all the humans, then just like the architect told Neo the sixth time, because he was the sixth anomaly. He's like, you'll pick out 23 people to repopulate the Zion and the humans, and then until there's another anomaly, and then the same thing will happen over again. So if he kills all the humans, then it's basically the same thing. He has to repopulate them.
Wait, it said 23 specifically? Can you look up the number of chromosomes in the body? I want to say it's 23. I don't know if that number is specific, or maybe it was random. But the number pops out to me for some reason, and I want to say there's 23.
46. You get half from your mom, half from your dad.
23 pairs.
23 pairs, yeah.
Right, so there was.
Total 46.
Wonder if that had anything to do with why they chose 23 people.
Maybe.
Maybe not, but when you said 23, the number just popped out at me. And when you said repopulate, I would have to go more into genetics and evolution to really understand it. But anyway.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy how your mind just jumped to that real fast.
Yeah, I don't know. Why'd that number pop out to me? No idea.
You were in bio, so you would have to know that.
Not really.
I mean, to the average person, you hear the number 23, that you I don't think that
Michael Jordan.
Person,
I got you.
Oh,
really?
They wouldn't automatically go, oh, chromosomes. They would go to Michael Jordan. They would go to...
I don't know what else. I feel like there's something else significant with 23. Tito's number. Was he 23?
No, I was 21.
Oh, never mind. Someone was 23 that I know.
Someone. I'm going to be able to tell you who.
Alright. Anyway. So what happened at the end of Revolution? Oh, no, you told me that there's a debate of whether he died or he did not. So what do you think? Or what's another explanation that could possibly happen, that may happen, or that...
We start getting into like the spiritual sense, I'm guessing. Where he's alive, just not in this physical state.
So they don't find his body at the end?
Well, his body was plugged back into the Matrix. Or, yeah.
So maybe what the architect predicted is happening again. With him? Or with someone else?
Someone else, just probably not in the same manner as the previous 5 anomalies.
So this could be the start of a new would you say earlier? Paradox?
Mm-hmm.
So different. If it was a television series, then Neo being plugged in again in a different way would be like a different season. Season 2. And then it repeats in the same manner. 10 to 12 episodes. In his case, 6. And then it starts all over with the third season when one of them does something different, makes a different choice than all the previous, what were they called, chosen ones?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Or unless maybe he did die and just the story actually ends there.
Yeah, that too. He could have just died and he saved everyone at the end.
Yeah.
Was Trinity pregnant?
I don't know.
Or maybe it was the start of John Wick.
Maybe she gave birth to John Wick.
Huh. Okay. Would that time fit? Anyways. Got anything else?
No.
Then I dare say with that, sign us off.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for listening and having us go back and forth. But yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube. Watch our previous Matrix episodes if you're kind of lost. Fill us in. Let us know if we missed something, if we're wrong, if we're right. Do you agree? Do you have something to add? Do you have something to disagree with? And yeah, my name is Steven. This is Pedro. We'll be back next week with more episodes. And we're Two Mics and Some Theories. Peace.